Hi everybody, welcome to Bonsai United. Here's the situation. We've got black pines in the yard that need to be repotted. They've been in these grow bags for 4 or 5 years. It's time to change them out. So stick around. I'm going to show you how I repot these black pines. So here's the black pine I'm going to be repotting today. It's been in this bag for a while. You can see the bag is, it's seen some better days. This is a pretty stout cork pine. I think it's a cork pine. The hard part is keeping this bark from getting knocked off. It's always the hard part with these. So anyway, we're going to repot it and give it a little bit of an upgrade, and hopefully it'll respond. Okay, now I've cut the root bag away. That's why I like them, because they just cut away real easily. And now we're in the process of just breaking up this root ball. So I'm just gonna keep working at it. Just keep working at getting this thing broken up, and then we'll get it into the root bag. Now the root bag that I like to use are these 20. I think they're 16 inches. 16-inch root bags, and I fold them over so they're not too tall, so they don't take too much soil. And I want to take these roots down as much as I can. Now the key here is when I work with this tree, I don't want to touch any of the bark, so I'm going to be handling the root ball most of the time when I'm handling it. I'm not going to be grabbing the tree, touching any of the bark. I'm trying not to disturb the bark. So we'll see how we do, and when we get it cleaned up, we'll come on back and show you. So I've been working on getting all this old soil out of here, getting these roots all cleaned out. And then what I'm going to do is, see, I got long roots like this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to try to cut it off as clean as I can so that the roots will regenerate. Now, one thing I want to show you, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's kind of some white fungus on here. This is mycorrhizal. This is beneficial fungus for the plant. And so I'm not going to wash these roots off like I would do on a twisted pomegranate or other trees that I'm repotting, because I don't want to wash off any of this mycorrhizal that could be there on the tree. So I'm going to clean the soil up as much as I can. I'm going to cut these roots back clean so that they'll start growing out and regenerating. You can see right now I don't have too many white tips in here. So the tree is still dormant. It's March here in Southern California, and they start pushing right about now. So this is the time I like to do it a little earlier, but I got busy, so we're going to take care of this guy now. Okay, we have got this thing trimmed up, cleaned up pretty good. I think that's about as far as I'm going to go. I got it so the thing sits pretty flat. It's a little top heavy, so it's not going to sit perfectly flat, but it's pretty flat. Gotten all the big roots off the bottom, and now it's time to put it in a root bag. Okay, we start out with a nice little mound of soil here. And then we're going to take the tree and we're going to stick it in there and get it all set up nice. Now it's in the grow bag. It looks pretty good. The thing about these grow bags is you really can't tie the tree down like you can if you're in a hard pot or something like that. So you have to make sure when you clean these roots up and you stand that tree up, it'll almost stand on its own. And that's pretty much what I did. I cleaned the roots out so that it would stand on its own. And when I put it in the grow bag, it stands up pretty nice. So now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue working the soil in, and once I finish working the soil in, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of water. So just what I'll do is I'll probe to see if there's an empty spot. If there is, I'll just kind of wiggle it around, get the soil to fill that void in there. I don't want any voids underneath this tree here. And let's see here. There's a little piece of something. But what I'm looking for is just voids. So when I push it in, if there's resistance, I know I'm good. But if I push it in and it goes in real easily, then I have to work the soil in and get it so that it's all nice and compact. And that's it. We'll give it some water, and then I'll show you the final product when it's all watered and done. Okay, we're giving it a nice drink of water here so we can get this soil kind of wet and compact. The beauty of this soil is you can water it and the water just runs right through, and that's what's going to be great for the roots. And as you can see, I got more plants to do tomorrow. Okay, there it is, repotted Cork Black Pine. Pretty simple to do, especially in these grow bags. They cut away, you can clean the roots up and you put them back in this really good fast draining scoria that I have, this volcanic scoria with just a little bit of akadama in it. So then you can come out here every day and water these things, and the water just runs through. It doesn't leave the pine with wet feed, so works great. So there you have it. That's a cork pine potted up in these grow bags. I won't fertilize it until I see the buds start to swell. These cork pines are a little bit weaker than normal black pines, so I wait for the buds to swell before I start fertilizing them. And then when I take the candles, I leave more candles than I do on a normal black pine because these things are a little bit weaker and I want to make sure it's going to be healthy and the branches aren't going to die out on me. But anyway, until next time, this is Bonsai United. Thanks for watching.